What's up, Picassos? I'm Tequila, and I am from the Art Lounge. I'm the owner of the Art Lounge, actually. I am going to be going through this tutorial of our Glow Mountain Paint Party Kit. So get your things so we can get started. Now, when you first open up your kit, you're gonna have your canvas. Inside of that will be your paint tray with a little packet that should have been in it. You'll have a picture of the actual painting, a paintbrush, a napkin, painting tips, and all of your paint, of course. Make sure you have a cup of water. And you're probably gonna need some more napkins. This is a landscape painting, so of course, if I was not doing this tutorial, then you would be reading from these instructions here. The first thing that we wanna always do is paint our background when it comes to the landscape paintings. So that's what we're gonna do first. Now, if you see our picture, we have like a blue teal sky, right? So we need to make those colors. At the bottom of your painting tip sheet, you notice that you actually have instructions on how to mix colors. So in order to get the teal color or the blue color, we're actually gonna do a little bit of this yellow and blue, which makes green. So we're gonna basically try to do blue and green together, which will make teal. If you just want to do a regular blue, you can definitely do that, but I'm gonna try to make a teal color, and that's how you'll do it. Yeah. All right, so let's do that. When you are mixing your colors, do it on your plate. You don't actually want to mix up all of the colors that are, you don't want to mix up like your whole cup of color. You want to do it on your plate in case you want to use this color for something else next time. So you don't want to end up having a whole cup of teal or a whole cup of pink or whatever. You want to do it on the plate. So teal is blue and yellow. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take the brush. I'm going to take some yellow, put that on. And either you can pour it in here or you can do it like that, whichever you're comfortable with. And hopefully you can see this. And see, this is turning like a pretty teal color to me. I like this. But it's up to you what shade you want. If you want it more blue, then you need to add more blue. You can get a little bit like from the sides. Now I like this color, but again, if this is like too green for you, then add some more blue to it. The more yellow you use, the more green it's gonna look. All right, so I'm not gonna clean my brush off. I'm actually gonna use the paint that I have, but I am gonna need the white. Okay, so hopefully you all can see. So the first thing we're gonna do is paint our background. Now, we're gonna paint over top of the things that I drew here. I know it sounds crazy, but we're gonna paint over top of it so that you can get a smooth, even look. And you don't have to worry about like trying to go in between here and, you know, trying to go in between in these sections. We're not even gonna worry about that. We're just gonna paint right over top of it, okay? All right, so I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second. I don't know why I was about to dip into that white. Oh, I know. I'll show you that in a second. All right, so we're gonna go back and forth. And this is actually really, really green. Again, I like this color, but if you don't, you can mix your color. You can pause the video and mix your colors again if it's like too green. And don't worry about painting. Don't worry about like you already having this color on your canvas. It's okay. You can paint right over top of it and mix the colors. It'll actually probably come out really pretty. So just to show you, I'll get some regular blue. I'll put this over top of here. And I'm just going back and forth. See how pretty that is? I'm gonna take some of my green because I like that silk color. Now what you want to also make sure you do is paint your edges. Always paint your edges. I hope I'm not holding this up too high. So yeah, so make sure you do that. I'm just going back and forth to smooth it out. Now you want to go down. See where I'm kind of stopping, like right above where this moon or this sun is going to be. So I'm just trying to stretch out this paint as much as I can and trying to smooth it out, because the next step is adding white. From here, if you notice on your picture, you see how it's dark up top and then it gradually comes down and gets light. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to create that ombre effect, or the fading effect, where it's dark to light. In order to do that, you need to use white. So grab some white. Don't worry about cleaning your brush off because we're mixing the colors anyway, so it doesn't matter. So within this area where it starts to break up, actually right over top of it, you're just going to add your white. And you can go all the way back up if you want to, just so you can spread it out evenly. But then make sure you come down. And I'm just using just straight white. And I know a lot of people, this is the first time, like I have had this painted for a while, and I can only imagine how everyone has been painting it. So I'm so sorry that it took me this long to do a tutorial, but it is here. So yeah, I'm just constantly just grabbing white, and I'm just taking this brush all the way down. Now, if it looks like that it's getting too light, then you want to grab a little bit of the color that you had up here and add it in there so it won't be too light. You don't want it to be too light, and just mix it into, I just got a little bit and I just mix it into some parts here. And then go over top of it like that. Now, I don't want this tutorial to be too long, so you may see it fast forward in some parts because I don't want you all to worry too much about getting it perfect. I just want you to get the concept of how to do it. Make this painting, please make this painting your own. You don't have to make it exactly like the picture. You can do it however you want it. You can do the colors however you want them. I just want you to get the concept of, you know, get the techniques down. That's a better word for it. The techniques of how to do it. And you can hold it up and paint the sides. I'm just doing it like this because I want you all to see what I'm doing. Don't be afraid to paint this canvas because I don't know what it sounds like on your end. But I'm painting hard. So don't be afraid of the brush. Don't be afraid of the canvas. You are not going to hurt it. I promise you. All right, so that's the sky. We have to do the background of the water, if you notice. Behind all of this light, all of these light colors right here, these oranges and yellows, is navy blue. So that's what we want to paint first. We actually want to paint the navy blue. In order to get navy blue, you're going to need blue and black, but a little bit of black. Black is a very powerful color. It will take over anything that you put it in. So you only need a dot of it. So let's grab some blue. Again, I'm not cleaning my brush off because I don't think we need to. We'll be all right. So get a little bit of that. I'm gonna get a little, like, let me see. Actually, I'm gonna use the end of it, and that'll help you measure. So I'm gonna just stick it in and get a little bit of black, stir it in. And see how immediately that changed. All right. So I am going to clean my brush off this time. And do that. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of blue. And I'm going to do the same thing. Go back and forth. A little bit of paint goes a long way. That's our tip on our tip sheet. A little paint goes a long way. Because I know sometimes you can look at that cup of paint that we give you and you're like, is that going to be enough? Yep. Yep, it's enough. I promise you. Now look how this, all I had was this little bit. And I'm almost finished. All right, now I'm running out this time. So I'm going to have to make some more. Make some more by doing that. Using the end of the brush. Typically, I try to paint in the same direction. But sometimes I may go in the opposite direction if I'm trying to cover a spot. And then I'll go back in and go in the initial direction that I was going, if that makes sense. So like right here, I may try to go up and down. And then once I got all those little white spaces covered, then I'll go back in and go across like I've been doing. Just to smooth it out. So you will go ahead and finish that up. And I am going to come back with a part 2.